Hello, my name is Kevin Nicholson, and I'm the Director of Therapy Services at Vibra Rehabilitation Hospital in Amarillo, Texas. At our rehabilitation hospital, we often admit patients to our facility who have suffered and survived a traumatic brain injury or TBI. Depending on the severity of the injury, this can be a life-changing event for both the survivor and their family. However, what I really want to visit with you about today is something actually on the opposite end of the spectrum from a severe traumatic brain injury, something we call mild traumatic brain injury. In the world of competitive sports with children and young adults, this is called a concussion. That's the common nomenclature that you will run into, concussion. But make no mistake, a concussion is still a form of brain injury, and as such, it should be taken seriously. If you have a loved one that competes in contact sports, you may consider some questions that you might want to ask of the coaching staff or other responsible people in that program that may help you to be more informed about how they manage suspected concussions. My goal here is really just to provide you with some information to help you be informed if you have a child, again, who plays sports in school, especially contact sports. So those questions are as follows. Number one, what is your procedure if you suspect someone has suffered a concussion, either in practice or in a game setting? And it's important to know how this is managed in practice as well as in a game setting. Game settings tend to be a little more formal as compared to a practice, but the risk can possibly be the same in both settings, so you might want to know that information. Secondly, you may want to ask, do you have a concussion management protocol? Something that spells out clearly how they would manage someone from injury through return to competition if a concussion is suspected. And finally, do you have staff on site during practice or during games that are trained in assessing one for a concussion if a concussion is indeed suspected? So those are just three quick things you may want to consider reviewing with the coaching staff if you have a child that plays competitive sports. Of course, ultimately the goal is to be confident that your loved one or young adult, child, whatever, that does suffer a concussion can be properly treated for the concussion and return to competition safely. If you suspect your child has suffered a concussion, you should really follow up with your physician or another care provider who is trained in managing concussions. Thank you.